person who murdered the victim was Jordan Crocker!
Hello, I'm the Right and Honorable Judge of this court. And you are the jury.
Yeah, sure are.
Yeah. Due to some budget cuts, we are forced to hold the trial at a local high school. Your job is to... Wait, I know I have it somewhere. Sorry.
That's neat.
Your job is to listen to the Crown defense and witness testimonies, take into account the lawful evidence provided by the MRPD, and finally reach a righteous and fair verdict regarding the accused's fate. There are many different types of evidence you must take into consideration.
For one, there are hearsay evidence, which is evidence presented by a witness based off information provided by someone else. Secondly, there is direct evidence, which is testimony given by a witness to prove an alleged fact. And third, circumstantial evidence, which is indirect evidence which infers the defendant's guilt. Finally, we have character evidence, which is evidence used to establish the likelihood of the accused committing the crime.
Is there going to be a test on this?
No, not unless you take Law 12.
Oh. Okay.
I've been elected a foreperson that will deliver a verdict in court.
You have, Your Honor. I am the one they call the foreperson.
Very well. I'll see you in court. Bring in the defendant.
Doctor's advocate, homie Drake brought me back from the dead, that's why they call him the doctor. The mask gon' drop him, and 50 ain't rockin' with him no more. It's okay, I get it.
Mr. Crocker, why are you wearing a jumpsuit?
I'm guilty, Your Honor.
Woo! Shut up! Just shut up! That may be, but we still have to follow the law. Project criteria. The Crown will now make their opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies, gentlemen, honorable members of the jury. On the night of March 11, 2013, the accused entered the victim's house and brutally murdered him with a history textbook. We gathered substantial evidence from the scene of the crime which we believe proves the victim was murdered by the accused. We will present both witness testimony and physical evidence to prove the accused's guilt. Your Honor, I'd like to call up the victim's mother to the stand.
Very well.
Mrs. Wilson, would you like to tell me, I know it's a hard time for you, but would you like to tell me what happened on this horrible, horrible night? I see. And then what? As you can see, this woman's in clear distress, and it's a very tragic story. No more further questions.
Very well. The defense will now make their cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please contain yourself. I can't understand a word you just said. Your Honor, is this really necessary?
Yes.
You can't... Can anybody in this entire courtroom understand a word this woman has just yelled?
I actually do like Macbeth.
No further questions.
Does the Crown have anything to add?
Yes, Your Honor. I have evidence of blood found at the crime scene that matches the accused, and a murder weapon, which is attached to the accused.
This is most convincing.
Your Honor, if we're done examining this evidence, I'd like to call for a motion for dismissal.
On what grounds?
Well, actually, the evidence is pretty good, but I just kind of, like, felt the need, like, he's in a prison. I just felt the need to call for a motion.
Overruled. Does the defense have any witnesses they would like to call upon?
Yes, I'd like to call the defendant to the stand.
Very well.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll begin my direct examination. Mr. Crocker, where were you on the night of the murder?
I believe I was at Brayden Wilson's house.
One second, please. Do you understand how hard you're making this case for me?
A little.
I am your lawyer. Just making sure we're on the same page here.
Sorry, Your Honor. You are an academically inclined student, aren't you?
Yes.
So it's 2 + 2.
Die!
I'm sorry, you have to excuse my client. He's something of a joker. Good one. And,
Would the Crown like to present any further questions?
Yes, Your Honor, I would. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Crocker. How are you? And is this not your name in this textbook right here?
C.
No further questions.
Does the defense have any closing statements?
We do, Your Honor. I'm here to try and prove that the Crown did not prove actus rea and mens rea, but in all honesty, it really did. The evidence is really good, but we tried our hardest, and that's what counts. My defendant was very behaved for the last half of the trial, so I believe we should get like points for trying, or like, I don't know, like a consolation prize, or like a gift packet, or something.
Just take a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Does the Crown have any closing statements?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, I think the evidence kind of speaks for itself. The defense kind of summarized it pretty nice, that we kind of did prove it, so I think the jurors would agree with me. I say that, yeah, he's guilty.
Very well. Court is adjourned. I will meet with the jury members in my chamber. I will give them my charge, and they will reach a verdict. We will hear that verdict at the next hearing. Based on the evidence presented, the murder weapon and the DNA results and the witness testimony are all admissible. You need to come up with a verdict. Gentlemen, have you reached your verdict?
Yes, we have, Your Honor. On the charge of murder in the first degree, we find the defendant guilty. On the charge of breaking and entering, we find the defendant guilty.
Will the defense appeal?
Nah.
Very well. Court is adjourned. Mr. Weeks, I would like to know how they got on my test.
Brayden, I'm really disappointed, but you failed the test.
Action.
Did you just do it again?
Oh my god. Oh, this girl's cool.